Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I have a long list to address to Mr. Sabir Zadi Sahab, Hasnain Zadi Sahab, sorry, Abdul Sattar Jafar Sahab, Abdul Baqi Faruqi Sahab, many more, Kashif Sahab. There are two Kashifs. So one is the CEO, one is the quality. All other staff present here, my team from Sindh Healthcare Commission, Assalamu Alaikum. I will start my talk with what Sattar Sahib has just elaborated, that Murshid Hospital got failed twice, but third time they got passed. So I disagree with you. They actually passed when they started the journey.
Very true.
So you never failed when you are on the roadmap, when on the path. When you are आप जब सिरात मुस्तकीम पे आ गए, अब फेलियर किस चीज का? वो तो ऊपर पता लगेगा जाके कि फेल होंगे या पास होंगे. सिरात मुस्तकीम पे आना है. So you were already on the सिरात मुस्तकीम. So I would say that you never got failed. It's a journey. It's a journey. It's not a one-day event. We have to look at the process, not at the outcome. Process is more important than outcome. Outcome is not in your hand. Process is in your hand. इख्तियार अल्लाह ने आपको दिया है प्रोसेस के लिए, आउटकम के लिए दिया ही नहीं. और हम जब डॉक्टर बनते हैं तो हमें इसका एहसास बहुत सख्ती के साथ होता है कि हमारे हाथ में तो शफा है ही नहीं. हमारे हाथ में इलाज करना जरूर है, शफा नहीं है. इसी तरह से किसी भी प्रोसेस को बेहतर करने के लिए उसके प्रोसेस का बेहतर होना जरूरी है. आउटकम अल्लाह के हाथ में छोड़ दीजिए, और है उसके पास, हम छोड़ने वाले कौन. Let's move forward. Sattar Sahib also mentioned two news items. I would also like to clarify something here as well. Now, in the province of Sindh, Sindh Healthcare Commission is the only authorized body by virtue of Act to decide about negligence or non-negligence. No court is allowed to do that, and courts are now referring cases to us. I'm not against court, but what I'm trying to emphasize in my talk is that courts do not have the technical expertise to look into the case. The Sindh Healthcare Commission has got a mechanism where they look into the case, they decide about whether it has happened or not, the allegations are right or wrong, and then they send it to both the parties, and they have a right to challenge our decision. So that's the process now. Now, newspaper hype and the social media hype is not the ultimate verdict given in the social media. It is wrong. Every Tom, Dick and Harry has got a mobile phone, and they are in the एक जात है, अपनी अंजुमन है उनके अंदर कि वो मीडिया के लोग बन जाते हैं. वो जाकर एक वीडियो बनाते हैं. मैं आपको, आपने अखबार की खबर बताई, मैं आपको एक छोटी सी खबर बताता हूँ जो अभी 2 दिन पहले की है कि एक अस्पताल में एक यंग बच्चे को एक एक्सपायर्ड इंजेक्शन लगाया जिससे उसका खराब हो गया और वो मर गया. तो जब वो मर गया, मैं उसके साथ सारी हमदर्दियां हैं, कुछ ना कुछ जरूर हुआ होगा, हमें उसको इन्वेस्टिगेट भी करना होगा. लेकिन मुझे ये फरमाइए कि जो फैमिली थी उनको ये बात 2 घंटे बाद कैसे पता लगी कि द इंजेक्शन व्हिच वाज गिवन वाज एक्सपायर्ड when it was thrown in the bin at the time when it was given. But at other hospital they realized that the injection painkiller given intramuscularly was expired. And if they knew it beforehand that it was expired, why didn't they stop? सिंपल सी बात है. हमारे मरीज को जहर का टीका लगा के मार दिया. सुना आपने ये सब? तो वो जब जहर का टीका लग रहा था और आपको ये पता था कि ये जहर का टीका है, तो रोका क्यों नहीं? अब जहर का टीका लगता हुआ देख रहे हैं. आप इमेजिन कीजिए, जहालत की इंतहा देखिए, जिसपे हम, क्योंकि न्यूज हाइप और मीडिया जो होता है वो तो जाहिर बात है कि सबसे बड़ा तो इंप्रेशन और ओपिनियन वही क्रिएट करता है. सो ये जो किस्म की एलिगेशंस होती हैं, मैं आपको अपना डेटा बताता हूँ. Out of the 365 complaints we received at Sindh Healthcare Commission, the 52% were resolved in favor of the doctors. And 48% were, obviously there was some problem. Now come to the problem. Let's come to the problem. Satar sahab, आपने कहा था कि you want a zero tolerance. Very good. But having said that, when you get a driving license, we take it for granted that now you are a perfect driver. But how many accidents happen with licensed drivers? Because healthcare is a process of matrix service. It's not a single person providing service to another person. It's the whole system which provides the service. It's not only the doctor, nurses, pharmacists, ward boys, janitors, quality people. Everybody is responsible for providing service to a particular patient. And this whole paradigm operates. So, there will always be a chance that there will be cracks in this paradigm.
Right.
But the success is that by virtue of getting this license, you are now ready to recognize your mistakes.
Right.
Mistakes will happen. They're bound to happen. We are human beings. Khata ke putle hain. So it will happen all the time. But your ability to recognize at the right time what was wrong and learn from that wrong is the success. And that's one of the definition of quality. That you start learning from your mistake rather than hiding them under the carpet. So that is your success. Mistakes will happen. I'm not allowing you to do mistakes, but what I am saying that mistakes will happen. I just give you a scenario. There's an OR. There's a patient who's unconscious. There's a surgeon at the foot end or at the middle of the body. There's an anesthetist at the head end. There are two technicians. There are one junior doctor, one nurse. Now, this universe of this operation theatre is operating with all good intentions for the best outcome possible for the patient. There is a power breakdown and generator didn't get started. This I'm just assuming. For 5 minutes. Then some mishap happened. Who's responsible? The biomedical. Not the doctor operating the system. But the patient will say, मेरे patient को रहेगा अंदर मार के ले आया बाहर. तो इधर मसला इसको emphasize करने का ये है कि सिस्टम में इतनी चीजें इन्वॉल्व होती हैं कि वो बायोमेडिकल इंजीनियर की मेंटेनेंस नहीं थी या आपकी पॉलिसी नहीं था कि there should be 2 backup generator, whatever. So that has resulted in this mishap. Not the doctor, not the anesthetist, not the nurse, but they were helpless at that time. So who's responsible? Biomedical? Anybody? Who's responsible? System, but there has to be somebody. The board. Where is the vision? Because you have to have a vision. And if I look at your vision, it encompasses this thing. But whether you are operating according to your vision, that's the question. I'm not saying that you are doing wrong, I'm giving examples. Second example from the same OR. From the same OR, something goes wrong by the doctor. Do the other staff present in the theatre have courage to report it? Or it will be a hush-hush. It will be a hush-hush. This is our culture. This is our culture. The day you start reporting it, you will be as good as any hospital in the world. You know why? Because reporting should be non-punitive. Incident reporting is something from which not your hospital but all other hospitals will learn if you share with them. Because this happened with us, this was avoidable, but because of certain reason it happened, it occurred. Now we have learned from it and we are circulating this information for all other hospitals to learn, and we have to learn from your mistakes, so we should not repeat those mistakes in our hospital. That is the culture of quality, which is called continuous quality improvement. Last point, measurement. If you are good, I agree with you are good. I need your evidence that you are good. So evidence can only be created by measurement. If you do not measure yourself, if you do not benchmark yourself, your claims are only claims. They are not evidence-based claims. Your claims have to be evidence-based. So today, with an example, if your unplanned readmission after the surgery within 72 hours is high, who's responsible? You have not planned that readmission. You have discharged the patient. But the patient, unplanned, is coming back within 72 hours. It's an international indicator which you follow. So what are the reasons? It means that the communication and education at the time of discharge was not proper. The discharge summary contains not adequate information, and this is the biggest reason of patient coming back to the hospital. Simple. If you start measuring it, then you will know that what is your rate of readmission. Otherwise, it is just an assumption. So I can keep on talking on these matters for hours. I will not take a lot of time of your time. Thank you for listening and bearing me out. I have put so many points, but I just put everything to your news item. Thank you very much. It's a milestone you have achieved today. It's not end of your journey. This is actually the start of your journey. Now you have to be more responsible. Now you have to prove that today, after 5 minutes, when you will get this certificate, how you will be different from what you were before. Unless you have a proving point that now you're different, then you will say you have achieved something. But if the life remains business as usual, with a certificate pasted on the wall, it's your own choice. So I would congratulate the whole team. My team has supported them. Thank you, you have praised my team, and I always get delighted when my team is praised. And your team also performed very well, because they have told me that you are very cooperative, very receptive, eager to learn, agile, and that's the quality in a person which really takes them forward. So thank you very much, and congratulations again.
लॉन्ग लास्टिंग इफेक्ट्स रहेंगे तो गुड लक आप लोग